I'm Vanessa.
And we are late to the party, and it's a new season of the Schmoedown.
However, it's not without a heavy heart because one of the Schmo's own, Cal, has passed away.
The Schmoedown dog, the Schmo dog, Cal. I mean, anytime we did go to the Schmoedown, we always, first thing when we saw Riley, instead of, hey, how's it going, Riley, what's up? It was, where's Cal? How's Cal? Every single time we walked into that building, and the first time we got to meet Cal was definitely a memorable experience.
I was starstruck. I was like, oh my God, it's Cal.
So friendly, too.
Yes.
Came right up to you, gave you so much love. He really was a good boy.
Yes.
And our heart goes out to Julie and Mark Riley because this is just a huge loss to them, to the Schmoes, to Collider, to the community, everybody, because he was all our dog too. And Cal is flying high in the sky. It's not a bird, it's not a plane.
It's Cal.
So, moving on, we've got the one team that could bring us out of retirement, because we know we haven't been around a whole lot in 2018. But yes, one that we knew we could not miss is the return of the glorious...
Critically acclaimed.
Actually, would I say we're their number one fans? We're the only ones with the number one. We beat them once. You guys see that record? Wins, losses?
That's us.
The one team to be critically acclaimed. But putting that aside, we got to share a table with Bibiani at the Schmoedown Awards, which was definitely an amazing experience. So much conversation with just us and Bibs for, in between the moments before and after the show. But yes, definitely have to come out of retirement, not even retirement, for Bibbs and Whitney.
Yes, I think that they are a perfect match when it comes to being partners with each other. Like they complement each other so well, even though they do sometimes have the same knowledge on stuff, which can hurt them in a lot of ways. But at the same time, they do have that knowledge, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing them play against the Harris brothers. I mean, the Harris brothers were killing it during the tournament, so to have them come back and be in this match against critically acclaimed, I'm just really excited to see, because all of them, I mean, they all basically have the same level, I feel to me, have the same level of knowledge, and they're at the same level. So I think that's going to be a good game.
And you talk about complimenting each other. You talk about, complimenting in the sense that they double down on their knowledge. The Harris brothers, they're freaking brothers. So, of course, they grew up watching, experiencing the same stuff.
It's together.
It's more the newer fare, like where did they kind of veer off and go and experience on their own. So we have seen what the Harris brothers are capable of doing. But for this match, I would have to say my who you got is, of course, I need critically acclaimed to keep enhancing that win record.
Enhance.
That win record's got to go high, because I always want to be that one. Even though the record goes very high for critically acclaimed, I want to always be that one. And then one day maybe we'll make it a 2 for them. But yeah, the Harris brothers are definitely going to put in a fight.
Yes, and I'm definitely going critically acclaimed too. I mean, we kind of have like history with them, and they're such a great team. I really like Whitney and Bibiani together, so I'm looking forward to it. So yes, #who I got critically acclaimed.
And we're going to be just like everybody else that went for critically acclaimed when we ended up beating them and giving them that one. But either way, let's see what they have in store for us in the newest season kickoff, at least in terms of the actual production in the studio of the Schmoedown. Is the symbol a little tighter to you?
A little bit. It's a little bit different. Gotta change it up.
Love it.
Feels so good to see Mark Ellis there after movie talk.
I know, right?
In season 6, once again, I want to thank Collider for the incredible few seasons we had there. Thank you so much to Mark Fernandez. Thank you to Collider for having us on the channel. And now we are on the Movie Trivia Schmoedown channel. You guys are here. You are watching. What a great season we are going to have. So much in store. Mark Baby Carrots Ellis, thanks for joining us.
Christian George Harloff, great to be here alongside you for another great season of Schmoedown Mayhem. Thank you for wearing your finest
You're welcome.
Bugle Boy medium shirt to this very exciting matchup that features teams
Bugle
that we
Boy.
think are going to answer a lot of questions correctly. On one side of the ledger, you have critically acclaimed. They know themselves some good movies, and the Harris brothers.
Yep.
Fun fact, they are related.
They are related indeed, and I will tell you though that and this match could have easily happened at Schmoedown Spectacular. It is going to be whoever faces the champions, who are the current champions, the Shire Wolves, Clark Wolf, Rachel Cushing. They are the champions. They defended the championship successfully at the Spectacular, and they needed new contenders. Well, enter critically acclaimed 3-1, 3 knockouts. The former movie trivia show champion of the world, William the Beast Bibiani, on that team, and they go up against the finalist of Anarchy, the tournament last year, the Harris brothers, Lon
So
and
good.
Jonathan. Very solid team. Were not predicted to go all the way to the finals,
No.
but did it, and now they have a shot to get to the title match.
They were a team accidentally thrown together by circumstance. Lon Harris
And birth.
needed a teammate. He said,
birth.
hey, I don't know anybody that knows movies. Oh, wait, who's that guy I
Scooter.
grew up with? Enter his brother. Now they are an indomitable team. Then critically acclaimed what they have brought to the table, because it's William the Bibiani, sure.
Brought
Whitney
killer
Siegel
entrances
also
is
knows
what
him
they
some
brought.
movies.
Yeah, they
He's
sure
a very
did.
respected film critic in this community, and now he is here to do some damage to the Harris family name.
Well, this is the thing, is William Bibiani has said it often. He was bummed about Anarchy. They were on a victory road there, critically acclaimed, to get themselves a #1 contender shot and get a title shot last year. Enter Mike Kalinowski, who then says, all right, Anarchy, guess what, Whitney? You're going to be with Mark Huick. And the Beast, you're going to be with Matt Nost. And they didn't get to play with each
Which
other
was
for
so
the
great,
first time.
though.
They
It was a
played together
great
in months.
divide
they
and
had a big
conquer.
break the year
Yeah.
before that, so they are ready to make an impact. But if the Harris brothers have anything to say with it, they'll
Eliminated
be
the
the ones.
year before
But
that,
they
that's
have
for
a lot
sure.
to say. There was a lot of smack talk. There was a lot of gibberish that I didn't
Never
understand.
gonna let it down.
Here we go.
Never.
Not to their faces. Like to their faces. Like it's. I never talk about it. I love it. I love this.
Whitney and I critically
love it.
acclaimed 3 wins, 3 knockouts.
Yes.
The Lords of Chaos took over
that you, Eric?
moment and separated us and
that
made
you?
sure that our combined powers could not blast a hole through everything.
The Harris brothers. What's the story behind that?
They're brothers.
They are brothers. They are hence the Harris brothers. Lon Harris reaches out and gets his brother,
digging
another
this freaking
professor,
promo.
to go ahead and compete with.
His name's John. Lon and John.
Yeah.
You gotta love that
Yeah,
family
well,
sense of humor.
The
Yeah, it
Harris
does.
brothers are back to
Love the-
reclaim our
the
title.
cuts.
But the Harris brothers, I mean, these miscreants, they come along, they think, oh, I won this match, now give me my belt. But they haven't done the
And it's
rigorous
adding
work.
in
They
the
lack
crap talk.
discipline.
Yeah.
Certainly, we have proven ourselves.
Perfect.
We've taken
I
out,
like it a lot.
Perfect.
Take the Panoli. We took out that team. We took out the Odd Couple, named for one of Neil Simon's lesser works. So we took out both of those teams before our match against Who's the Boss.
Critically acclaimed. The Harris brothers. Face to face to face to face. Knowledge against knowledge.
But better knowledge. These are film critics. Journalism is dead. The academia is where they should be.
Your team is called critically acclaimed. Your team is a description of our team.
They say that they know everything there is to know about sort of the high art.
That's our job.
That's us.
It's
How many
true.
Kyoto Shindo films have you seen?
How many York Bucherite films have you seen?
We are and have proven ourselves to be the top team in this entire league.
Together, we are nigh unstoppable.
And not bad looking.
Dr. Billy and Bibiani.
Damn straight, look at that.
Hey, yeah.
Prepared to be
Beauty right there.
Love
I love
it.
it.
It
So
kept
good.
me like
Yeah,
intrigued
engaged,
and
yeah.
engaged in the beginning. I love it. Yeah.
You see what I was talking
Perfect.
about. I mean, you get the Harris brothers
Gets you
talking
pumped.
about critically acclaimed, saying that the Harris brothers think that they're smarter than they really are. This is a smack talk. This is a #1 contender match.
It's a perfect
and they
pairing
both
too. I didn't
want
realize
those
it till
belts.
they're.
It's a question of chemistry
Shit
here
talk.
today,
Love it.
Christian, because critically acclaimed, are they going to be able to ride right back
The
in the
little
same set
pop-ups.
after
Yeah.
all these many
That's
months
what
of
you do. What are
they-
competing with
It's
each
true.
other? The Harris brothers, they're kind of like those twins from G.I. Joe. The other one feels the pain
Right.
even though they're far away.
Right.
Is that going to factor into the match?
It was
Probably
Riley
not,
versus
but if it gets
McQueenie on
physical,
Friday,
you
though.
just
I got you,
don't
Mark.
All right, here's some notable accomplishments from
My
both
dog bit off the
teams.
hand.
Critically acclaimed. They have 3 victories. They have 3 knockouts, and they are They have the former movie trivia Schmoedown
Look at that
champion
one.
on the team, the Harris brothers.
3 knockouts
Also,
and 1 loss.
finalist in the tournament. They have beaten
Same for
the
them.
Odd Couple. They beat Take the Cannoli. They have a lot of notable wins here, and they're looking for a new shot.
And they are one of the few teams in the league that sleep in bunk beds.
True. All right. Well,
I do
with
miss
that,
tail of the tape.
I'm gonna get going.
He's
How
still
about you?
going.
I am prepared, Christian. Let's do it.
Number 1 contender match for the championship against the Shire Wolves.
No! Look at
Ladies
me
and
going
gentlemen,
against the
it's
Shire
time for
Wolves.
the
Ah.
movie trivia Schmoedown. Introducing first, with a record
Going back to the roots.
3 wins, 1 defeat,
But they wouldn't
and
just
3 knockouts.
Walk out like before.
Whitney, the Beauty, Cybo, and the former movie
I do like this song, though.
Charlie Clouser.
So good.
William the Beast, Viviani, critically
Woo!
What did you send us? Movie trivia limbo town.
Monsters Inc.
Oh, we got to enter a door.
Love it.
Hey, Dad.
Sure.
Wait a minute.
What in the hell? What the hell?
What just happened?
How that
What?
that way leaves
Okay.
the collider?
I guess.
I love it. The perfect switcheroo.
With Natalie Portman and
Yeah!
it's not just about dance.
That's so perfect.
You don't get President Obama.
What?
You don't get
The lift in Dirty Dancing is iconic.
That's so,
so
perfect.
good. I love it. Nope. Love the music too.
Yeah.
Goes perfectly.
Yay!
They made it.
That's
a long way.
Come on. They put so much freaking work into their entrances. Bibs, at least, you know.
Long doors. They finally
You guys okay? Did you
arrived
make
on
it?
set.
It was a bit of a walk.
Looks exhausting.
It was a bit of a
You
walk.
made it. Well, congratulations.
From Tucson
You made
to
it.
It
Burbank.
wasn't just them making it either. William the Viviani has
Beverly
fans
Hills
in
back
the
to
crowd.
back.
They even brought a sign to support their hero.
I like William the Viviani.
right.
All right.
William the Viviani. Mike did say that.
And their opponents. With a record of 3 wins, 1 defeat, and 1 knockout. They are the 2018 Ultimate Schmoedown finalists.
So good.
And Jonathan, the Harris brothers.
Appears to be Oh, he's doing the death point.
That's going class right there. It's going class. I always think of Last Action Hero.
What are they gonna do?
That is just like the classic. They're playing scattergoals.
These guys call themselves film snobs. They just remade a millennial version of the Seventh Seal. I call film. That's not very snobby. That's very mainstream of you.
They're educators. It's about making these classic films resonate for a younger
Then you
generation.
show them Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
This is the most interesting smack talk I've ever
Wow,
seen.
yeah, I never made that
So
connection.
you can't see my tells.
All right, well, here we go now as the #1 contender match begins. Mark, around the
I
horn,
never
how's
made that
You gotta
connection.
love how they
Till
have
now.
the scene, and then you have 2 film critics giving
Thanks,
them
Viviani.
Who's teaching me something?
Number 1.
The Harris brothers, are you ready?
Too often students don't listen to all the directions, so I just want you guys to know that we definitely did.
Okay.
Thank you, John.
Critically acclaimed, are you ready?
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah, we're good. We're not pretentious. We just want to.
That's so good. That's so good because they were.
There you go, guys. First
They
question.
set up the game of
adventure.
snobby
Which The Walking
critic.
Dead actor played government agent Harvey Russell in 2018's Rampage?
God, what's his name?
You know, it's kind of like a running joke last year, but I do think Jonathan's still my favorite
Damn
Harris
it.
brother.
No.
Yeah.
That's not very nice.
Clearly better than Lon, although I do enjoy
5,
I don't think I'm right.
4, 3.
I think there's another name.
I don't
in
remember.
there.
It's
The Walking Dead actor played government agent
Come on, gives
Harvey
me more
Russell
time.
in 2018's Rampage. 5, 4, 3.
What's his name? No, it's terrible. It was off to a horrible
I
start.
know.
Hands down. Harris Brothers. Sorry, Lon.
It is Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
That
Damn it! I forgot his first name. I have Dean Morgan. I was like, I know it's something in there.
What he likes to be called grimy.
Grimy.
Jeff.
I also had Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
So you go.
Can I go with Dean Morgan? I got like 2/3 of his name.
Already shit in the bed over here.
At one apiece.
All right, here we go. Next question.
Next question. In the world of animated, these are movies that have been drawn by hand or more likely on a computer. Your question is, when Blue, a domesticated macaw from small town Minnesota, meets the fiercely independent Jewel, he takes off on an adventure with her in what film? It's a mouthful.
Yeah.
Animated question.
So hopefully they don't repeat that one. 5,
It's a long time.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Rio.
Rio.
Yes, it is. John.
Forgot about that movie.
Yep. Beast.
Rio.
Got it last minute.
I also said Rio.
Rio.
Wow.
Dances on the sand.
I forgot about Rio.
I like
Is
what
that Jesse
William
Eisenberg?
Bibiani tried
Yep.
to do there.
I prefer
like that
Polly.
They pretended it was a long title
Jay
instead of a
Moore.
lot of scribbling. I really enjoyed that.
Second out.
I really-
Madagascar. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Said it's a long title. I like
A
that.
little bit of gamesmanship
I
by
liked
the
it.
Beast.
Smart. All right, here we go. Next question. Dramas. Who stars as former slave hunter turned Jesuit missionary in 1986's The Mission?
You ever had Mission tortilla chips? You get them at fancier grocery stores. It just says Mission.
I know what they are.
They are good stuff.
Good for you.
Put them in some
5,
queso.
4, 3,
Don't know.
I
2,
can't think of a
1.
name.
Hands
know.
down, please. And Jonathan.
Figured it was 50-50. I guessed Liam Neeson.
That's incorrect. Beast.
Robert De Niro?
That is correct.
Wow.
I also had Robert De Niro.
And Whitney.
Oh, I wrote Jeremy
Adam
Irons.
Driver.
Wasn't he in The Mission?
Okay. Next question.
Yeah, but this was from 1986.
Oh, I went with a different. I went with the Scorsese
Gentlemen, your
mission.
next question is in the world of 80s movies. This is as in the 1980s. Your question is, which 1980s musical contains the following quote? What professional rides a motorcycle and wears a black leather jacket?
Stumped.
I have a black leather jacket.
I would
also
hate to see that.
also had a light jean
I
jacket.
like the jean
which I'm
jacket.
wearing
5,
Can you repeat
4.
the question?
Yeah.
I certainly
Who
can.
was that? Lon? Yeah. Okay.
In 1980s movies, which 1980s musical contains the following quote? What professional rides a motorcycle and wears a black leather jacket?
5,
I don't know.
4,
I'm horrible. I need to know.
2, 1.
I'm gonna-
Beast.
Was it Grease 2?
No, it was not. Lon?
I believe it was Little Shop of
That is
Horrors.
correct.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And Jonathan?
We were on the same page for once. I guess Grease 2.
Oh, wow, the Harris brothers. Yeah, Harris.
Wow.
Please miss the next one.
Next question.
Yeah,
All right, here we
I'll
go.
work on it.
Next question. Fantasy/sci-fi. Which 1984 film starring Emilio Estevez and Harry Dean Stanton follows a bunch of wacky characters trying to find a Chevy Malibu with radioactive aliens hidden in the trunk? God, I feel like I just seen the whole movie.
When that happens. You know, it's
God dang it! I don't know.
aliens.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
this
that's
is
why
something you
gotta
would know.
Really vet E.T.
4,
But no.
3.
Is
I
he
like
a
when you,
botanist?
I just like when you talk to
Is
yourself.
he a
2,
botanist?
It's definitely
Is he
not maximum.
Pens down. Lawn.
Most people spend their lives trying to get out of insane situations, but the Repo Man spends his life trying to get into them.
Correct.
Yeah, no.
Ordinary people.
Terrible.
I hate him. Repo Man.
You got it. Jonather.
I didn't get it. I put Men at Work.
Oh.
Hello, Men at Work.
Okay, but I did have Repo Man. so-
Rent-a-cops. I hate
Tie
rent-a-cops.
the game here. Well, tied up. Here we go.
Love
Next
it.
category here. Next category is comedy.
In the world of comedy,
Sorry, that's your
Christian,
question.
do the lap.
No, you got it. Chuck.
Who directed Clueless?
Oh my gosh, we just talked about this. What's her name?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It's just a tough question for some.
Trying to go there.
I
5,
don't remember her name.
4.
We just did Look Who's
3,
Talking.
I
2,
know. I don't
1.
remember
Whitney.
her name.
Amy Heckerling.
Yep.
Sir Jonathan
Amy Heckerling.
Yep.
At least I got
Amy
one.
Heckerling?
and Lon.
Amy Heckerling.
Lon's still perfect. Lon's still perfect.
Lon did get a bonus question asked just to him, and if I may say, out of all the competitors I've ever seen write something on a whiteboard, Whitney, by far the best penmanship.
It's good.
And he gets a bonus point for that, right?
No, not
He
yet.
gets
Next
extra
season.
credit in my
Yes.
case.
There you
There
go.
you go. Next season.
What is that dribbling?
Thanks.
Well, all right. Horror/thriller.
Yeah.
Shh, quiet over there. Name the movie from this synopsis?
Synopsis.
Name the movie from the synopsis. A woman who lives in her darkened old family house with her 2 photosensitive children becomes convinced that the home is haunted.
You know what I love is when we're clearly on camera and
Are you mad?
I am
your daughter.
empty cup with your straw.
It's
I am
done.
going to speak with Alex and say, Christian, no more liquids
5,
during the match.
4. Staring into the ether.
You
3,
are in
2, 1. Pens down, please. And Jonathan.
I didn't know who directed this at first, and then I went, aha, the others.
Yeah, that's right. And Beast.
The others is the correct.
Yes, Lon.
I also put the others.
And perfect penmanship.
The otters.
God, look at that. Just hold that up there for a second.
Quotation marks and everything.
But look at this. Lon, if he hits this question, he will himself will answer a question. You'll have a perfect round. He'll have the time for the bonus
See?
question.
Perfectly matched.
All right.
Miss.
Don't blow
Miss.
it.
Noonan.
Your last question
Steve Perry.
I'm encouraging.
Steve Perry.
is a Patreon
No more Judy
question,
psychouts.
and this comes to us
I use the
courtesy
basketball
of-
against
I'll
them,
say this
too.
guy's name. Jake Hammer. The Hammer's back. Jake Hammer, loyal movie trivia.
One of our
star.
patrons as well.
Patreon today, and select which tier is right for you. Maybe one day
Love
I'll
you,
say your
Jake.
name like I just did. Jake.
I'm
the
almost through the
Hammer.
court
Jake
bees,
wanted
halfway
a question
through.
in the category of new releases. These are releases that are somewhat new, and your question to the field.
How dare he?
What 2018 film do Blake Lively and Henry Golding play husband and wife?
Well, look,
Hammer's back. The Hammer.
it is the tie game here. If they all get it, it'll be tied, but Lon will have a chance
Trick.
if he hits it to take the lead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Is it a
Beast.
perfect
One of the
plan?
best movies of that or any
A
year.
simple
A simple
favor.
favor.
That one.
It is
A
Lon.
simple
Either way, I wrote Savages because
That is simple.
I didn't know what year it was.
I wrote a serious thing.
Oh, wow.
Savages is way older than 2018.
I didn't hear the date and I panicked.
Joe's Heart romantic comedy from 2001.
So they lost their lead, but Lon has a chance to tie the game here if he hits this question. Lon, you don't have to write this down. This is just for you. Here you go. Here's your bonus question. Lon, name the 2 actors who have played Rooster Cogburn.
That would be Jeff Bridges
Jeff Goldblum and
John
Jeff
Wayne.
Goldblum,
One
Jeff
point.
Bridges.
Tie
God,
game here.
terrible.
Tie
My
game.
brain is
There we go.
And
not
now
working.
we get, wow, what a match this has been
that,
so far. And we
from
get into
True Grit?
round
Yes.
number 2.
Okay, so
John Wayne.
John Wayne
Jeff
and
Bridges.
How's 2 go?
Terrible.
In round number 2,
I just rewatched
each
the
team
remake
gets a
too
spin
recently.
at the
So
wheel
good.
of doom. Yet, because critically acclaimed,
What's
wants to
Christian
answer
staring at?
questions. Maybe they get to go first, but that is all in the hands of the
calculating
Harris
in his
brothers.
head.
You are the favorites, and we're a tied game. So, would you like to spin first or defer to your critical opponents?
I believe we'll spin first.
Okay,
Please spin from the wheel, not the
Lon Harris.
Spin from the wheels.
Grab it from the husk.
That's a good spin by Lon. I like that spin.
The spin is in.
See, Lon made a big mistake last turn. He was confident in a particular thing, but was trying to appease his brother. and he
We
spun
need
away.
Donica to come back and
Yeah, I mean,
spin that wheel straight off to the
Thing
galaxy.
with the wheel.
Yeah.
This
Far
was
as far
Mr. Luck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Natalie. Oh, they're gonna
They have
keep
to.
it. Yeah.
They're going to keep
Yeah,
it.
you have to.
All right,
This is going to be a show of your strength.
This is now. Can they put their money where their
Yeah.
mouth is here? So here we go.
Well, it
Classic.
depends on how classic the classics are.
Let's see
I'm gonna
it.
take issue with what you deem a classic.
All right, well, here you go. Here we go. All right, guys. Classics. 6 questions. What 1940s drama starring Gregory Peck, Dorothy McGuire, John Garfield, and Celeste Holm concerns a journalist posing as a Jewish man to research an expose on anti-Semitism in New York City? Five,
Multiple choice.
Can we have,
4.
we'll say the gentleman's agreement.
That's correct.
Dang! Wow.
Someone was like, is it?
They end up getting it right.
All right, here we go. What 1950s film starring Bing Crosby, Frank Sinatra, and Grace Kelly was
Grace
based
Kelly.
on the play The Philadelphia Story?
Grace Kelly. I know some of these names.
5, 4.
Can we get multiple choice?
Yes, you can. A. Riding High. B. The Country Girl. C. High Society. D.
I'm gonna say
Going
High
My Way.
Society.
I'm going to say Going My Way.
We'll say high society.
For 1 point, that's correct.
I wanted to be different.
Another classic so far. Question.
All right, question 3. Who played the female lead alongside Bing Crosby and Bob Hope in 1942's The Road to Morocco?
What's her name?
That's what they're asking.
Yes.
Multiple choices.
A. Dorothy Lamour. B. Rosemary
Ingrid
Clooney.
Bergman is
C.
the one that I was
Ingrid
thinking.
Bergman.
So I'm going to go
D.
C.
Joan Fontaine.
I'll
I don't
say
know if
Joan
it's right, but I'm
Fontaine
gonna
just
go
to
C
be
anyways.
different.
Rosemary Clooney.
It's incorrect for the steal.
Dorothy Lamour.
Correct for 1 point.
The big steal for number
Chipping away.
This is number 4. Okay. How many times does Scarlett O'Hara get married in Gone with the Wind?
By today's standards, too many.
I say 2.
5.
3.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, didn't need multiple choice for that one.
She is awful.
Back up by 4
She is
points.
terrible.
Number 5.
I hate her so much in that movie.
There we go.
She does a good job at making me hate
Orson
her.
Welles plays which Shakespearean character in 1965's Chimes at Midnight?
Falstaff.
Correct for 2 points.
Guess these are some movies we need to check out.
Yep. Classics are definitely not our
Last
strong
question.
suit, and we definitely
Who
need
played
to catch
Maria
up.
Nunes in 1961's West Side Story?
What's her name?
Yeah.
She died.
Hell.
And no.
5, 4.
If it goes multiple choice,
We'll go multiple choice.
I know it.
Is it A.
What's her
Julie
name?
Andrews?
No.
B,
Natalie Wood.
Natalie Wood.
B.
C. Audrey Hepburn. D. Barbara Streisand.
It's Natalie Wood.
For 1
Couldn't
point.
think of
So
her name.
7-point lead here.
I love West Side Story because we
Now,
were there.
critically acclaimed has a chance to spin. Now,
I had to go to her
If you were
jet.
there, I would have been like, Snake Eyes.
Let's see, the piece is going to spin by the wheel, and here we go. Thank you.
He has 7
You
points.
figure the
Not
editor...
an insurmountable lead when it comes to teams because he has 6 questions and you can.
That'd be kind of a cool thing. Like instead of doing a wheel, they did like a dartboard.
That requires skill, though.
I'm going to
Okay.
be on also the managing editor of the Schmoedown website.
That is.
TriviaSD.com, that one.
90s.
90s.
It is.
Take
Alright.
it.
You're going to go with
I'll do a
90s.
little
We're gonna
better,
go with 90s.
hopefully.
Decade.
Sphere.
90s.
Event Horizon.
Where is it? Let's see. There it
You
is.
don't
be
need
all
to
the
see it,
rom-coms.
you just need to hear
My
it.
best friend's wedding.
Critically acclaimed, your first question in the world of the 1990s
Forever.
that includes Cineburst gum and Crystal Pepsi.
Ooh.
Your first of 6 questions.
Tamagotchi.
What was that?
What comedic actor played sound engineer Gary Dixon in Anaconda?
Owen Wilson.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, that one.
Where he
Wait, no,
was-
comedic
no.
actor. Owen Wilson.
Yeah, it's
Owen Wilson?
Owen Wilson.
5,
Yeah, it's got to be.
4,
He's
I
the
say
sound
Owen
engineer.
Wilson.
3.
Yeah. Owen Wilson.
Ice Cube's
That's
the
2
cameraman.
points.
You would have lost. I would have been like, oh,
We would have discussed it.
2 points.
Hopefully.
Your next
I would have
question.
just blurred
Once
Owen
again,
Wilson.
sticking in the world of the 90s. In the film Wayne's World, what song is Wayne denied from playing in the
No Stairway. Stairway to Heaven.
Stairway to
Stairway to
Heaven.
Heaven.
No Stairway, denied.
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 That's a
Me,
three-point
me.
play.
People only do things because they get
Damn, I'm
paid.
feeling saucy.
That's
Just think I'm gonna buy it.
All right,
Do you
gentlemen.
accept cash?
Next up, who plays Amy March, the youngest of the March Girls in 1994's Little Women?
2 different actors
Winona
play
Ryder?
her. What, do you want the younger or the older?
94.
Younger
Look, it's
says.
Kirsten Dunst and Samantha Mathis.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
There you go. Woo!
Younger or youngest?
I know my Little Women.
We're not confident. Play the game.
It was before they asked the Little Women question.
I would quickly like to get the Harris brothers' thoughts on the 94 Little Women film that was based on the classic novel.
I mean, if one must watch the more recent version because one lacks the patience and dedication to look up the old one, sure.
The Katharine Hepburn one is better.
I prefer
Yeah.
the late Chris Farley version on Saturday.
All right.
A fine example.
And we move back into the world of the 90s. Your next question
I'm
is,
looking forward to it.
which 90s film is about 3 of the most popular girls at Reagan High accidentally killing the prom queen when a kidnapping goes horribly wrong?
Sugar and Spice?
Jawbreaker.
It
Oh
is, in
yeah,
fact,
that one.
Jawbreaker.
Sorry, I forgot about Jawbreaker.
Heathers.
2 questions left.
They take the lead.
Totally
Rose
different
McGowan.
Heathers.
I got
Your
it.
penultimate question in round number 2. In the 1993 thriller Falling Down, who plays the wife of Michael Douglas's defense, Beth Trevino?
Damn.
Oh. Who was the one? No.
5.
I need multiple
Multiple
choice.
choice.
Is it A, Barbara Hershey, B, Tuesday Weld, C, Sharon Stone, or D, Rachel Ticotin?
Barbara Hershey.
Barbara Hershey.
Give him a point.
Wow. So look at that. So we are now.
Such a good movie. I love Falling Down.
I feel like we've done all right in that.
All right. Your last question in The world of the
Not
90s.
for little women.
And boy, what a 90s question this one
Everyone
is for 2
multiple
points.
choice.
Dudical.
What real grunge band were members of Cliff's band in the 1992 Cameron Crowe film Singles?
Oh, Jesus.
Nope.
Yeah. Okay. Pearl Jam.
They're still alive!
Nope.
Look at that. What a round by Critical
Not even if we went to
Very
multiple
impressive.
choice.
You'd have had yes.
A 4-point lead here, and now we get into the third round. 4 points. We've seen teams come back from it before, but that's a very solid lead. Mark, how does round 3 work?
Even flow into round number 3 in each team will
Category Fantasy Sci-Fi. Who provides the voice of the monster in 2016's A Monster
Liam
Called?
Liam
Neeson.
Neeson.
Would you say it like that? Liam Neeson.
Some hot water.
5
Vin Diesel.
for Liam Neeson.
That's a good guess.
All right.
Iron Giant.
Iron Giant. Iron
All right. So here's the next question.
Groot.
For the
That'd be
Hackers.
badass.
The 3-pointer Lon will get here. They were
I'm
going to
Iron
3 and
Groot.
5 here. So here's the 3 in the category of 9. 9, which is
9.
Angelina Jolie.
9.
Angelina Jolie.
9.
Here you go, Lon.
Collider Live.
In which film does Angelina Jolie play Colin Farrell's mother?
Alexander.
Yeah.
Is it?
Wow. Yeah. I would have not gotten that one.
Is it A Winter's Tale?
For Alexander.
Alexander.
So
Alexander.
if they do
Terrible.
not hit this, Critically Acclaimed will have their 4th consecutive TKO by win here if they hit it. Here we go. Harris Brothers need to hit this.
Oh,
This is
no.
category 10. Category 10, war movies. War movies. Here you go, guys. You ready to go? You can confer on this one.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Name 2 of the other soldiers, you need the actors' names here, who get pinned down with Mark Wahlberg in Lone Survivor.
Is Army Hammer one?
I don't remember. I don't remember anybody.
plays-
I never saw it.
5, 4.
We're
I don't even
gonna take
remember
a
it.
wild guess and say Wes Bentley
Wow.
and Ben Foster.
Wow! Wow, just like that. Just like that. Those questions can just go against you.
Yep.
That shows you too, knowing classics doesn't really mean any. Well, I mean, they didn't really know no classics.
True, and I
be
mean, like,
dominated.
even then, though, too, like,
TKO, another TKO there.
you can get something that you're typically good at, and we've seen it firsthand. They got
Ben
Hank,
Foster
or
would have accepted either Neil Hurst or Taylor.
Are they gonna
Hicks.
come
They
back
went
this
with
way?
Wes Bentley,
Yes.
not quite
That'd be
enough
cool.
to force the hand of Critically Acclaimed, and they are back in the winner's circle again. And what a formidable team that they are going into the rest of this season.
Wow.
They're one to keep your eye on.
Oh, absolutely. Well, now they've got a date with Destiny as they face off against the
So what I was
Shire
gonna
Wolves,
say, they got
Clark Wolf
Hitchcock,
Rachel
and then we
Cushing.
beat them.
True.
TKO, I do not see in their future with that match, but I
When
do
we got
see
comedies,
a big
I didn't-
title match now.
didn't
When
even
will it
think
happen?
that would be
Sometime in February, sometime in
as
March. but it
dominating
will happen.
as it was
Critically Acclaimed
Yeah.
for us.
versus the Shire Wolves for the belts. Bibiani has the opportunity now to become the 3rd man in history to win both the team belts and the singles championship.
The Critically Acclaimed kids, they move on and continue to spin the black circle. Meanwhile, the Harris brothers will be listening to the song Black on a Yellow Ledbetter. I'm still referencing Pearl Jam songs.
Well, now we're going to talk to Emma Fife, who's standing with both.
Emma!
Fight for life.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Your team lead commissioner, Emma Fife, here with the Harris brothers, Jonathan, Lon. You put up a good fight today, I have to say.
I think we answered all the questions that were about, movies that people should be expected to know about. I don't know, The Lone Survivor. I'm not sure who's asking about these recent films. I had expected if we were going to talk about war films, it might be Hell is for Heroes, the classic Don Siegel adventure, but next time perhaps.
No, today was the Bing Crosby Schmoedown.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that is something I want to be a part of.
I see. Okay. Well, I guess that Bing Crosby doesn't make your list of noteworthy actors from the past whom people should invest time in
The
seeing their
pie
films.
is classic, not noteworthy actors from the past.
I see. Point taken.
I would hate to be Bing Crosby right now because I just leveled him.
He is rolling over in his grave, I guess. Yeah. Anyway,
Bing got dinged.
come on. You had a perfect round one, though. I mean, you know, you like to say not so nice things about films of the present day, but you clearly know a thing or two about new releases because that was included in there.
I mean, I get by. I have to relate to young students and inspire them, so it is important that I learn about your Rios and what have you.
Yes, we already discussed the overabundance of Bing Crosby in your round 2 there, but then what happened in round 3?
You know, in round 3, you only get a few questions. You only get a few chances to really strike. And you know, we got a monster calls. I think Jonathan was expecting if we were going to talk about monsters, it might be from Hammer films or the classic Universal period. But fair enough. But you know, I think we're just recent films that we just haven't.
I love
seen
how
much,
his
haven't studied with the level of depth that we've
justification of the
say,
loss
the
is just
classics
so
of the French
perfectly
movement.
fit
When you
in
have a
character as
cartoon
well.
tree
Yeah.
in your film and he is not careening
Not
through
many can
space,
do that.
I don't know if you can expect anyone to know it.
You did answer a tree-related actor, which I thought was very good.
It was stuck in my head, and I thought there is absolutely no chance that Vin Diesel would voice multiple trees.
I'd like to see
I mean,
a
it's
Monster
a good
Calls. I'd like
educated.
to see a Monster Calls redubbed with Vin Diesel's voice.
I mean, maybe
Just saying,
Vin Diesel has,
your
like,
family.
tree specialist on his resume nowadays. I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen Vin Diesel's personal, like, his
So does
special skills
Mr.
on his
Miyagi.
resume.
Lon and I are a family. This won't break us apart.
Bonsai tree.
sad about your dead mom. My impression of Vin Diesel in a monster.
That was my
I got
impression
what
of
you were
Liam
going for.
Neeson as a tree in
Sure,
Monster Calls.
sure. Now, you
Nailed
guys, you know, you're a great team. I love having you in the league. I love seeing you out there, but you've hit some rough spots as of late. How are you feeling about the future of the Harris brothers in the Schmoedown?
I do not know much about film. So, you know, that's always something. That's always something you want to deal with.
Listen, film knowledge is not necessarily...
That's not necessarily what this is about, and I know that going in.
Yeah. I mean, Josh McCouga's made a whole career in the Schmoedown on not really knowing that much about film.
So drinking.
That's true.
Maybe I will after this. Anyway, unrelated.
But I
don't know, I
am
feel like
to,
the drinking kind
regardless,
of,
I think there may be a future for
is
the
it
Harris Brothers Schmoedown, but regardless,
degrader?
I plan to come in very strong, return to the singles league,
Can't
my
even tell.
former glory in the singles league, and specifically, I wish to challenge Mr.
deficit?
William Artemis Bibiani to a singles one-on-one match following our showdown today.
I think that's a fair challenge.
The gauntlet has been thrown, Mr. Bibiani.
Hey, Whitney, you want to go to that yard house across the street? Maybe we can get some onion rings and a beer or something?
Been
I
there.
highly recommend the cheese curds there. They're really delicious.
Really? The
Yeah.
cheese curds?
Yeah, it's just like fried cheese.
Do they have whey?
Really can't go wrong.
I've
I've never asked about whey, but when later at the Yard House we'll ask about it. But
It's a whey-free establishment.
Yes.
First gluten, then whey. They're slowly removing ingredients.
I'd hate to be whey right now because we just nailed it.
we'll be right back with Critically Acclaimed.
It's so good.
I'm still alive.
I guess we're just opening up on Critically Acclaimed's victory cheer song.
Yeah, we're pretty happy.
Yeah, I mean, you had a very impressive match, I have to say.
I also have to say that. Yeah, I thought we did really good. Like, I was like, I didn't have to... What's 4 knockouts for us? Is that
4 TKOs.
Is that the number one? I know the Patriots had a lot, but it's up there, right? It's pretty good.
You know,
Definitely set records.
whether or not we're setting a record, it's still something to be darn proud of.
Right.
I absolutely agree with that sentiment. I mean, you know, I think that people
And how did they
sometimes
beat us? I don't
forget
know. I'm
about
terrible
you,
at trivia
and that
now.
you proved today that
Not
you
back then,
could
though.
not be forgotten.
Who could forget this phase?
A lot of people can forget this face. We disappear as a team for months upon months, and every time we come back, we come roaring back, showing everybody. I'm looking forward to our next match, but with our luck, it'll be in 9 months. So who the hell knows?
wrong.
It's great. It's really, really cool. I'm glad we were able to come roaring back in this season, start off strong. Who knows what happens next?
Well, I mean, I know what happens next. You guys are now #1 contenders, so you're going to be going up against the Shire Wolves for the belt.
I know, and it's really cool talking about that with you because you have no biases whatsoever. You have no preconceived notions, nothing like... Look, you saw what the Shire Wolves have done for themselves. They are the toughest team,
Nice
I think,
cut.
in
Good
the
cut.
history of the league. So we are, I'm going to say this right now, we are honored to face the Shire Wolves. We hope to do well against the Shirewolves. It would be neat if we won, but, let's be honest here, there's no shame in losing against the Shirewolves, right?
We can hold our own.
It's true.
Against the Shirewolves.
Yeah, and it'll be fun.
And down at that moment, when the score is tied and we're holding the staff, we can just yell at that big fiery monster. Space Gandalf, y'all. What was it?
Oh, Jesus Christ, we're gonna
When he yells at the Balrog.
You shall not pass!
I'm honored that it's going to be the two of you. I think you guys are very worthy
I want to see the whole
competitors,
unedited
and
conversation.
Mark and Rachel, as you say, are definitely some of the strongest players that the league has ever seen, and the two of them together are a force to be reckoned with. And I think that you guys are a force that'll be nice to see it going up against their force.
Whee! And I just want to see what we're gonna do for our intros because they're good. They got. Hey, I don't have an award.
Yeah, that's true.
They got an award. I don't have nothing.
Maybe this is your opportunity.
That'd be nice.
Now, William Bibiani, I have to say, unless there is a William Artemis Bibiani, or was it Aloysius?
It was Artemis.
Artemis
yeah.
Bibiani.
At the hotel.
You've been issued a challenge from one Professor Lon Harris.
May I borrow the mic for a second? I have a message for Lon Schmoedown Harris.
Schmoedown!
Lon.
It's a Schmoedown day, my friend.
We'll talk to Christian, see if we can schedule that.
Well, that was a lukewarm yes. But okay, taking it as a yes one way or another. Well, congratulations.
The sky is
to
blue
both
and all
of
the
you.
leaves are green. My heart's as
Whitney,
pure as a baked potato.
Bibbs, critically acclaimed. I look forward to seeing you guys.
So
go against
happy
the
I used the
Shirewolves.
basketball against them then in our
Now back
match.
to you, Mark and
Might be
Christian.
going down maybe.
All right, so look, as we saw in the interview,
So much
Lon
fun.
and Jonathan both a little upset by the match itself, but Lon saying he's ready to play singles, ready to keep playing teams, as is Jonathan. They're ready to keep going, and they have more matches ahead of them for sure.
And a job well done, not just from a question-answering standpoint, but technically, what a great intro that was, bringing Scattergories to the 7th seal, a beautiful melding of the new and the old world.
But it's critically acclaimed, who is very excited as they speak to Emma Fyffe inside of the that interview there. That's how good Emma Fyffe is, though. She's a neutral announcer, and she's asking the questions because now as the commissioner of this league.
That's right.
She is the commissioner of the team's league.
She's
so, yeah.
someone that you can actually trust, and you guys can go to triviasd.com.
You can trust?
Right now for all the
Don't
latest
walk
and greatest
on
in
her.
the world of the movie trivia.
She'll
You get
destroy
some cool
you.
factoids, updates, and you can buy tickets to upcoming live events and check out the movie trivia Schmoedown Patreon. Select which tier is right for you. That's how you can watch all these fancy live events that we love putting on for you.
And don't forget, on February 23rd, I announced it at the Spectacular, the first Schmoedown Throwdown. That's right, 2 matches in one live streaming event. On February 23rd, we'll be doing it from here. You guys, if you're at the $10 Patreon tier, you can get it, or you can get it at a one-time fee to watch the Inner Geekdom title match between Mike Kalinowski and the winner of Rachel Cushing and Adam Levin.
It's going to be a barn burner there for sure, and a lot of great movie trivia Schmoedown action. In the meantime, that is Christian George Harloff. I am merely Mark Ellis. Go listen to some grunge, and if that doesn't do it for you, how about you get some Van Halen in you? You see the shirt?
Oh, that's good.
This looks exactly like
And a goldfish here.
I don't know what it's doing over here, but this is definitely his grill. I can probably sell it on eBay for a couple of $100.
No,
At least I'm thinking.
no, it wasn't your table. Nick,
Yes!
It wasn't, how
Oh,
did you
I
get my
see,
number? How did you get my number?
Burnett.
No, delete it. Delete it.
In the reflection.
I gotta call you back.
Well.
Spoilers, y'all.
It's like Mr. Gucci.
Yeah.
How are you, my friend?
Yeah.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too, man.
Look, brother,
What's your deal?
you know what my deal is. I've been wanting you since day one. I tried to recruit you when I was that idiot on Action, but right now, I want you, me, I want to take over the 2019.
Won't happen though. He's
guy
going good.
And Gucci, baby.
He's got to go
I
good.
can see the lights. I can see the billboards right now.
No, that rings. Like, it looks like Dirk Diggler.
Yeah, that's right.
I gotta tell you, I'm not your guy.
I'm not your buddy, friend.
I got 2 guys already. They're gonna beat 2 girls. I just don't need another guy.
Okay. Cute. That was real cute. I like that. That was good. I knew you were gonna do some stupid thing like that. So you know what? I got a little surprise for you too, guy. Gooch, guess what? Hey! got a little friend here for you.
Let's see. This moron.
Oh, come on now.
That's my wig.
This is your JTE trial wig, bitch.
I love it.
Well, okay. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Oh,
You
wait.
got lighter fluid in there?
You know,
true.
no, I don't. Oh, wait.
It proves you burned my mask.
He's
going after Dagnino.
Ooh.
What? I
How
burned
did
your
you
what?
burn my fucking mask?
What are you talking about?
You know what?
You know, people have been talking to me about, I don't know what you mean.
No, I know what it is. You burnt my mask. I saw it.
How would I have
I saw
your
the
mask?
Schmoedown Spectacular.
How would I-
Great.
how would I
Look,
be-
boys,
Eating
boys,
his
boys,
burrito.
boys, boys.
Nobody has that structure.
We can figure this out.
With this guy?
Of course I am. And you should join us. Look, you guys can figure all this out later, but imagine what the three of us could do to this league. We could set this whole place on fire.
Or tackle everybody.
It's like what
Put
Beavers
some
used to say.
traction.
Fire, fire, fire. Think about it. We are fire. That's
Who
what the
let you
kids
out of
say.
that? Who let you out of that room we locked you in?
I don't know. The
You-
same
this
people
guy's
that
in
probably
traction?
let me into your house.
Hey, you're gonna drop this guy in 2 months.
Join us. Come on, man.
Don't
the
do it.
dark side.
Fight 'em.
Join the great side. You're with two has-beens. You're with the 50-year-old
Using
guy
Bateman and Riley.
a weaker half of team action.
Perfect.
Come
All we
to
can do
the
is-
dark.
All we can do is win.
He was on the dark for long enough.
Come on,
All right.
dude.
I'm in.
Maybe you'll get your face back.
Hey!
He got his wig.
We knew he was gonna do that shit anyway.
Yeah, well, you know what?
Let's set some shit on fire. Have I told you how much I enjoy that you burn everything to the ground? I love it. This year, we're gonna be tackling people, we're gonna be setting them on fire. It's gonna be amazing.
This year,
So
we're going to
good.
be tackling people. We're going to set them on fire.
So good. So just falls flat at the very end for the Harris brothers.
Yes, and like we said before, I mean, even during the match, you have that opportunity to soar, and then you get questions just not in your wheelhouse.
And they ended up getting knocked out as well.
Yes.
I mean, somebody else got knocked out as well. You got these huge epic teams that can go to distance, and then just in one match, KO or TKO, and it's the mighty can fall so quick in one match. But one of the teams that has been consistent every single time is Critically Acclaimed, of course. And now Critically Acclaimed is going up against the Shire Wolves.
Yes.
Which we talked about before. We would talk about, like, what if the team that we beat ended up going up against the Shire Wolves and take the titles from them? Like, that's crazy. Just to have that under your belt, or at least, bragging rights. But all in all, like, I also don't want to see it happen because I want Clark and I want Rachel to dominate.
Right, and I do. So that match is going to be very kind of hard, but I'm definitely going to be going for the Shire Wolves. I always
Right.
will be going for them, but at the same time, it'll be a lot of fun. I mean, this match was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the way you guys are doing the pre
Interviews with the cuts and the
with the
promos.
cuts and the promos. It really got me engaged, and I was super excited and pumped on. I was like, yes, let's go, let's do this. And it also kind of combines like what happened with them and showing like, oh, this is how it happened together.
Right.
So it kind of shortens it a little bit, which I really, really did like.
Eric from Nerd Chronic, he's been doing the promos. I don't know if you are doing those because it seemed like your style with the frames kind of slamming in and just, he takes on a narrative. He also did the John Schnepp tribute video through the Schmoedown Awards, which was just beautiful, the way it was cut and put together. And talking to Christian, yes, Eric is the Brian Ward of Schmoedown promos. And if that's one that you did and that's how they're going to approach the pre-interviews, and the promos that we have been cutting out in the beginning because it gets a little redundant just in terms of like putting it in when they talk. It's perfect. It's a perfect way to kind of combine both.
Yes.
And I am 100% wanting to engage and stay locked in with what's going on. Now, in terms of the character that the Critically Acclaimed and Lon Harris brought to it, like, so good, so funny. I love how they've kind of dug into their characters and they're locked in now versus like, I'm going out and I'm playing a character. Like, they locked it in, and it's those, those critics. It's the battle of the critics, the snobby critics as well. But yet they're humble when things don't go the way they do,
Yeah.
but they flip it into the character and just kind of take it and make it about the Schmoedown and not just cutting to the end and saying, it's corrupt. where it's like, you can do that, or it's rigged, which was a storyline trope for a while in the Schmoedown, but like, let's evolve it. It's like, wow, no, that's not good trivia, that's not good film. Like, it's a good way to kind of flip it.
It's a good part of their character, though.
Right.
Like,
of the Harris brothers.
It works very, very well for them. And then seeing how Whitney and Bibbs came in now, how they've grown a little bit from before. Like, they're not that cocky. Like, so they're just like, you know what, we're ready to fight. We know this stuff, and let's do this. And they have fun with it too, and they have fun entrances.
Of course.
And
including us too.
So
they didn't have to do that, but they did.
I feel like, aside from probably not winning the championship, because the Shy Wolves will take it still, they'll defend it. But I think that Critically Acclaimed has a good, is probably going to have a good year this year.
If things line up for them. Yeah. If things line up for them, absolutely. They could have a hell of a year. Also, seeing Andrew Guy and Robert Meyer Burnett, kind of bummed that I saw him in the reflection. But at the same time, like, I saw it coming. Like, I knew it was going to happen.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense. But the whole thing is, like, I love that Finstock isn't joining up with them. I don't want Finstock to join up with them. You've seen a slide of Finstock becoming, you know, from Dagnino being that supervillain, which he never really was. He was just arrogant, over the top, and direct. But now he's kind of like the bumbly character, but at the same time, man, he knows how to play the game. I vouch for his managing skills just as a non-participant observer. Seeing that man, it's like a line coach. Like, it's amazing. He's like a coach in the NFL, just running up and down that line. And there's even like freaking stickers and lines and tape on the ground that say where Tom can and can't go, because he just gets so deep into those matches, unlike any other manager, versus Emma Fife that takes it a different level, and it's more so the training, the effort, the therapy, the talking for you takes away a lot of that stress, and it's a whole different approach to managing. Yeah. And I want to see him take Who's the Boss and go up against Robert Meyer Burnett and Andrew Guy. I want him to get a little stable together. But yeah, it would definitely be a hell of a thing to witness too, because we're taking these bits and parts out of corruption and making them into something new, something cool, something different. Spectacular. So yes, I loved it. I love the opener. For the season, I'm definitely excited to see how more of these matches play out. We've got some people coming out that we know of. I actually played at a party in Burbank with Paul, who's coming up very soon. And Paul, that kid knows his stuff. He is dangerous. And him and Chance, it was me, him, and Chance just going back and forth with movie trivia. By the way, guys, when we were in Burbank for the Schmoedown Awards, we beat KO twice in a trivia game, movie trivia. They were so angry, Chance and freaking Kalinowski, and they called us out.
A little tidbit.
Yeah, they called us out to do a Schmoedown. Oh, I would love to face those guys in a Schmoedown, but I'd be terrified the entire time because I'm afraid of Chance. Don't tell him I said that. But either way,
he's gonna find out.
Of course he is. You'll see Chance here too when Paul ends up battling in the Schmoedown. So look forward to more videos from us guys in the Schmoedown. Thank you for watching and returning and coming back and bearing with us while we go and try and do... I have like multiple vlogs that I haven't even edited yet that I need to get out of adventures that we've gone and done. So we've been busy. We just need to get it produced and output. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching. You can like and subscribe.
And do the thing on our Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Stardust.
All the social networking gin joints, you know where they are. Kicking the party, fuel the party, keep the party going on our Patreon. Gets us where we need to go. I need to add an and let us edit the videos, because that's the other half of the whole thing. We go places and film. Got to complete it. But thank you guys so much, and as always,
now it's time to say goodbye.
This party is over. Rest in peace, Cal.
Bye.
Love you, buddy. You're a good boy.
Yes, you are.